With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
If we talk about the question, so in this question we are asked that what is the difference between a reflex action and walking, right? So we will simply discuss this difference using the tabular form, right? So in this, the difference between the reflex action and the walking is that the reflex action is an involuntary action, right? Any action which is involuntary in nature and is not under our control, right, is not under our control, right? And this action comes, right, this action is done in response to some stimulus, right, in response to some stimulus, right, then that action is known as the reflex action, right? Whereas if we talk about the walking, right, so walking is basically a voluntary action, right? It's a voluntary action that is carried out by a person or by any organism. So any voluntary action, right? So walking is a voluntary action which is under our control, right? It is under our conscious control, like, right? We are aware that what we are doing, so it is under our conscious control. And thirdly, it is not for due to any response to some stimuli, right? It is not related, right? It is not related to any stimulus, right? It is our wish of doing something. So that is basically the difference between reflex action and the walking. Now if we talk about the reflex action, so the response generated in case of the reflex action is generated at the spinal cord, right? This response is generated at the spinal cord, whereas in case of the walking, the control, right, in case of the walking, the control, there is a so the walking is under the control of motor, right, motor area of the brain, right, of our brain. So here, in simple words, reflex action is any action which is not under our control, right, is involuntary action in which we have no involvement. It is just a response to some stimulus and that response is generated at the spinal cord, whereas walking is the action which is under our control, which we are doing voluntarily, right, and is not related to any stimulus, and it is in the under the control of motor area of our brain, right? So if we consider an example of the reflex action, like if when we touch a hot plate, right, when we touch a hot plate, right, when we touch a hot plate, we simply pull our hand back, right? So we simply pull our hand back. So this pulling of hand is nothing but the reflex action, right? So this is the difference between the reflex action and the walking, right?
For class 6 to 12, ITG and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.